Just a little bit before I get you out of here.
Right.
For hip hop to be dead in any given culture, what would that have to look like? For something to be considered dead, what's the metric that we're judging that by? What's the statistic that would have to be accurate for something to actually be truly dead? Like right now, I can confidently tell you this disco is dead in the United States.
Well,
And I can say that with my whole chest. You know what I mean? Like there's no one out there that I know that I've ever heard of that's pushed disco since I've been alive. You know what I mean? So like, how would you define that for something? If someone's saying hip hop's dead in Nigeria, what would have to actually be the scenario for that to be true? Because we know it's not true. What would have to happen for that to be true?
yeah, I think one of the things that keeps hip hop alive actually is, the beef culture. So once that stops moving people, once it stops making anybody go, "Woo, wow, can't wait for his bars," man, that's the end. Honestly, that's it. That's it. Nobody cares anymore.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So
You get
yeah,
two motherfuckers going at each other and it's dope and no one cares. That's a good
honestly,
indication. That's
honestly, man.
that. I fuck with that answer. I do. That's a good answer. I never thought about that. All
Yeah.
right, man. Any last words that you want to give to anybody that's watching this, looking back, that you want to shout out or anything like that?
Yeah, man. Like honestly, man, it's been a wonderful thing, just being a part of this. And I know like there's still so much more that we could talk about, but pretty soon a lot of things are going to like, align. And I'm looking forward to like, being on this journey with everyone supporting me, fans, friends, other artists, because I have a lot of artists that, tell me how they feel about my music and it's much appreciated. And, just keep growing in love and, positivity. Yeah.
Let's go, baby. All right, so I'm sure you've seen the discourse like on Twitter, so on and so forth, where somebody will say hip hop's dead in any given country and blah 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 blah. What my question to you is to help define the definition. In order for hip hop to be dead in any country, what does that mean? What would that have to look like for that to be factual?
For no one to give a fuck about hip hop.
That's a good answer.
For like, think 5 years, 6 years, 10 years straight, not one hip hop song has blown, has become a hit, has become a commercial success. That's when you can truly say hip hop is dead.
I'm gonna push back on that one a little bit and pick your brain on it. So when hip hop first started, right, in New York, hip hop was very much alive, but you would not see hip hop on any kind of commercial status because that's not what it was. Hip hop was the voice of the people who didn't have a voice. So by your definition,
But it evolved.
it has evolved. No, that's facts. That's facts. Okay. So you're saying
it evolved, and you could see hip hop, like you could see hip hop songs on billboards. They were everywhere. Right? There was a time in Nigeria where a lot of the hit songs we had were rap songs, were hip hop songs.
So you're saying like right now in 2022, the rules are different for what counts as being dead than what it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
And also, yes, because then hip hop was not mainstream. That's when it first came out. It's mainstream. It eventually became mainstream, right? So you can't say that if it's not like so the rules don't apply the way it used to. Now, what I'm saying is, for you to conveniently say hip hop is dead is, imagine 5 years straight, back to back.
No one makes anything.
There's not been one hip hop song that everybody in the country was listening to. and it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon, then you can say, then you would have valid points to say hip hop is dead.
You would have a basis at that point to at least start the conversation.
But
I respect that.
But there's every year or every other year, there's one hip hop song that has the country by a chokehold. That means it's not dead. There's still hope.
The Twitter rants and stuff like that for the people who say hip hop is dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, in any given country, not just Nigeria, just in general, right? If someone's going to say that a genre of music is dead, what criteria do you think has to be met for that to be a fact?
Well, then the person who says it has to like prove it in like maybe numbers, or probably prove it in like the last couple of years, like the quality of projects that have been out, and give us reasons why they think like the culture is dead or certain genre is dead. But I feel like a genre doesn't really die, it just goes low for some time. It just gets like little buzz for some time. And like they always pick up, like,
well,
come back up.
Like disco's dead, right? Like there's nobody making disco music right now. Funk is dead. There's no one making funk. So like the death of a genre does exist. I'm just trying to figure out what are the signs of that.
Well, you think they're dead. There might be some artists that are not mainstream yet that are making those type of music and performing it like underground level. You just don't know them.
That's true.
That's what I'm trying to say. So the fact that it's not mainstream now doesn't mean like it's totally extinct. Like there's some people still fucking with that. Some people still trying to get on that. Some people still have like favorite songs from way back then and they'll still listen to it now. Like favorite R&B joints from like years ago, and they still listen to them now. And they still, like, if the artist comes out, Celine Dion comes out with a concert today, it's still sold out.
Right? Okay. I fuck with that.